different kind of
Same,
selecting.
same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, actually, yeah, Ankit just acknowledged me that he had just told you about the fetch array, fetch object, and fetch associative array. Four kind of selection in your last session.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Uh, as I know, as I remember, you have doubt in validations. Raki?
yes,
Yeah. Let's
yes, I
discuss
have
about
doubt in validation.
the validations. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm just creating a PHP file. It's called in validation and HTML tag. Firstly, I have to tell you about the what is the validation. Why we use validation. Validation is a process to validate our inputs. Okay,
Hmm.
whenever users submit the form, we just check using the our languages is users inputted anything or not into their input tag, means is there their input tag is blank or have wrong value. We just check using our languages, means validation have two kind of validation. First is a server side validation and second is a client side validation. Let me show you. I will tell you the difference between the server side and the client side also. Okay, as I just take a form tag. Why I'm taking a form tag? Without a form tag I cannot submit the form. Okay, or I cannot submit the page. Okay, action. Within the action, a new file and the method. Within the method tag I just take a post method, nothing else. Within the form tag I'm taking two inputs and one button. Input type text, name, give any name, let's see, email. Okay, one more input type for password. Okay, one for our submit button. Without submit button we cannot submit our form to the server. Yeah, there is a way, we will discuss about the other two ways. Means we can submit our form using JavaScript also. JavaScript is client side scripting language. Okay, but in the HTML we can submit our form using only with a submit button. Input type submit, value is value for login, nothing else. Simple. Email, BR tag, and the password, another simple BR tag. Okay, let's see result in the browser. Validation.php. Now we just take two simple input text boxes and one login button. Okay, Raki. Now whenever we just click on the submit, show.php. Let's just create one other page, show.php, a new page, PHP. For example, nothing else, HTML. Okay, I'm not taking the action. Okay, it should be submit itself. We already discussed about this. If we didn't take action, means we take blank within the action property, a form will be submitted to itself. Okay, by default it will not
Mhm.
redirect it to anywhere. Now, if the username and the password is equals to Raki. What we check before before sessions in login page, if the username password is Raki, then it should be login. Otherwise, it will just show the message username and password is not correct. Okay, we
Yeah.
didn't put in this page. We already discussed about this. Do you know that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Now the validation comes into picture before just checking our username and password is correct or not. We should validate our inputs. Means if our input doesn't if our inputs doesn't have any value, means it is both are the blank. Why we are so we don't need to check our logic means we don't need to check the we don't need to compare the value of username and password, because both of these is blank. That is called the validation. Means if first sorry, before just executing your logic, main logic, check your inputs, it they are blank or not. If they are blank, just give the proper message to our users. You get the point, Raki?
Um,
Means we just validation means we validate our inputs. How we
oh,
validate?
check. In other sense, we check our input.
Yeah, you can say that. Or on in the validation, we just don't check is that blank or not. We can check also, is that numerical or not, is that kind of email type or not. We will discuss these type of validation in our future session. Means right now we are just seeing a simple way how we check the validation of blank inputs, nothing else. Blank inputs means we should not just we should not just take the blank inputs, or we should not just
Your
take.
voice, your voice is cracking.
Yeah, it's fluctuation. Okay. Hello, Raki. It's cracking. One second, one second. Raki, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear you. Yeah,
but
but
it's
it is
cracking.
cracking. That's
It's
it.
cracking. Okay. Now, let's see what we have done to checking our logic. Means username password is correct or not. In our previous example, I'm just opening our last files. Register validation index sheet index. What's this is not the file. Let me check the login. Study. In this, let me just copy this. I'll just explain all the code. Start PHP tag. PHP tag starts. And okay. Now let's remove the session. We already discussed about the sessions also. Okay. Now what we are doing.
Session with me, no.
Session. We didn't discuss about the session also.
With me, no.
Oh yeah, with you we didn't discuss. Okay. We didn't give the name of our button. Just give any name, a name tag, log. Okay, you can give the login also. And you can check what we are doing in the first if condition. We are just checking our form is submitted or not. Request is used for both $post or $get. We will discuss about the request also. Post email, the name of our first input text, and the password. Password. Okay. Now, what we are doing in our code, we just get the value of our input. Whenever our form is submitted, mean whenever we clicked on the login button, this if condition takes a true. Okay, we already discussed about this condition. Raki, do you remember?
Voice is cracking. I'm not able to hear you
Yeah.
properly.
Okay, one second. Just please be online. Hello, Raki. Hello.
Yes.
It's still cracking. Hello. Let me just reconnect to you one time.
Hmm.
I'm just disconnecting. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raki. Uh, I just repeat two times everything. Maybe if you didn't hear any word, just ask me. I will repeat that word. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Means if you didn't just understand any sentence, I will repeat that. Okay. In this code, first we just check in the first in the this line. We just check our form is submitted or not. Means our button is clicked or not. Okay, our button is clicked or not means dollar
Uh,
underscore
yeah,
post. It's hard to
I'm not
understand.
able to hear you. I'm not able to hear you.
One second, Ravi.
Voice is not clear.
Sir,
हेलो हेलो।
Yeah, hello?
तरह की आवाज आ रही है मेरी आपको?
रुक रुक आ रही है.
ओके, वेट 1 मिनट 1 मिनट, लेट मी चेंज माय प्लेस, होल्ड ऑन। उधर शिफ्ट हो जाओ। मेरे वाले टिकट बस आ गया तो क्या हो गया? वो तो अपना काम कर, इसको लगे रहना ना, इसको ले जाओ, ऐसे चार्ज चार्ज नहीं किया तुमने?
चार्ज है फुल।
आपने जगह को ले जाओ, वहाँ केबल लगा। ओके।
Hello, hello, Raki, can you hear me? Hello,
Hello?
yeah, Raki, can you hear me now?
Let's try.
Yeah, I just connected to a LAN cable. Maybe there fluctuation because of the net connection. Okay,
Let's see.
okay. Now, what is this line? This line is just describe, means just show you have clicked on the your login button. Which button? Yeah, this button. If whenever you clicked on this
Okay.
button, means this if condition is true. Okay, we already discussed about the is
Hmm.
set dollar underscore post
Hmm.
login. Okay, now what we have done, we just get the value of our both text boxes using dollar underscore post. Whatever be the value, whatever user just enter, we just get the value of these text boxes. Okay, let me show you. If I just echo here, I'm directly echoing the value. Okay, and just stopping, you can stop your php execution manually also with two predefined function, die or exit. You can use die, means it will just stop your php script execution here. Okay, all the whole php script execution, it will stop here. Let me show you. It will just whenever we clicked on the login button, it will go to into if condition, and whatever within the first and second text box, it will print. Okay, and stop the execution. Means what we are doing, we are just gathering, just keep in your mind, we are just getting the value of our text boxes, nothing else within these variables. Okay, Raki.
Hmm.
Now what is our requirement? Our requirement is we have to log in or show the message your username and password is not correct. Okay, that is our requirement. Raki,
Hmm.
now I'm just removing this because we didn't discuss about the session, that's why, nothing else. Now before, okay, our requirement is just check the login credentials, or you can say login username and password. If both are the correct means as we just required the same username and the same password. You can use the another, you can use any. This is the hard coded username and password. You can use any as per your wish. Okay, if the user just enter username Rakhi and the password Rakhi, then only it will be redirected to our next, or you can say the secure page show.php. We just assume our page is secure. One second, I just take a email but entering Rakhi. Username and the password. Yeah, here is a email for first text box name and the password. This is our main logic. Means take a email, take a password. We already discussed about the dollar request, Raki.
Dollar request.
And yeah, dollar
That is
underscore.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we already discussed about dollar request. Means dollar underscore post is used to get the value whatever we send using the post method. This is the our method.
Mhm.
We just discuss. We just assign a method into our method property of our form tag. This is the method or not? Yeah.
Mhm.
If we use post, we can just get the value of our input text. We can receive the value of our input text using dollar underscore post. If we use get, then we can receive the inputs, or we can receive the value using dollar underscore get. Okay, but you
Okay.
if you
This
don't know, if you don't know about the method, you can use dollar underscore request. Means dollar underscore request can be used for both method.
oh,
No big logic. Dollar underscore request can be used for both methods. Means for post also, for get also. Okay, okay, Raki.
both and both.
Yeah, it's again actuating. Yeah, yeah,
Intelligence.
yeah. One second, one second. Yes.
Oh, today connectivity is not good.
Yeah, actually there is some fluctuation in our internet connection. That's why we are seeing this problem. We are facing this problem. Okay, now you can hear me. Now you can hear me.
Uh,
Not properly. Okay, did you understand about the request? Request this?
yeah, it is both get right.
Yeah, it is used. It
Mhm.
can be used for both get and post.
Yeah, this I'm seeing for the first time because I don't think that
Okay,
you
okay,
have used for me.
okay. Let's move ahead. Now, what is our requirement, Khushi? Sorry, what is our requirement, Rakhi? Our requirement, if user just enter within the email. Oh, let me just change the email to username. Okay, it's just confusing. Nothing else. A simple username. Okay, and username. Where is the email? We just change to username. Means our requirement it is whenever user just enter the correct username and the password, it should be redirected to our secure page or show dot next page show dot php. Otherwise it will just show a message that your username and the or password is not correct. Okay, let me show you it is working or not. Let me just refresh the changes. If Raki and the password also Raki, why is it not validation? One second, Raki. So show.php within Raki also, yeah, where we are redirecting show.php Raki and the Raki our location show.php. It is correct. Set date sub. Oh, sorry. What we are checking our sub button. We have to check login. Okay. Let me just show you our code. Now our code is correct. All the code. If I am entering Raki and the Raki, clicking on login, I will redirect it to show.php. It means our username and the password is correct. Where we just check username password in our second condition. Okay, it means our username and the password is correct. Okay, hello, one second.
कुछ भी नहीं दिखता है.
One second. Yeah, hello Raki, hello, hello Raki, hello,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah Raki, hello,
yes.
yeah, actually, um, can I today just teach you till more half an hour? Can you
No
give?
more half an hour because my I cannot be able to reach my work on
Okay,
time.
okay. So we just have only around 10 minutes.
Yes, today the connectivity was so poor.
So, okay. Okay, Raki. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In tomorrow, can you available before half an hour?
6:30 you mean to say?
Yes.
No, 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 no.
You can't.
7 is okay for me.
7 is
Yes.
okay. Okay. For tomorrow onwards, just we will try.
Yeah, because as you know, we are in the morning session. Okay.
Yeah.
So for us to getting up early is too hard.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to 6:30 also. Mm, okay, now it's why is maybe it's coming or going. One second,
Listen properly. Yeah, it is good right now.
right now. Just one second. Okay, what we need, we just want to log in. Before login, validation. Validation is just before executing our main code. Where is our main logic? Our main logic is in within this code. Within this code means if our username, just forget about this if condition, if our username and the password is equals to Raki, just redirected us to
Mm-hmm.
show.php. This is our main logic. Okay, Raki.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
If user doesn't enter anything, means if user doesn't enter anything and clicking on the login button means we are sending user sending just a blank value. So we should just check that value before executing our main logic, because right now it is, yeah, it is the 5 line 10 line code only, but in our real time application there would be a code of database code. Okay, database coding, the connectivity with database and so many things. So we just first check our input is valid or not. If it is valid, then only we will proceed, otherwise we will just show a proper validation message, means this kind of message. You should enter username, you should enter the password. If the I use username, then please enter the password. Okay, so we are getting a right validation message or not, Raki?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
so this is called the validation. This is called the validation, means before executing our main logic, we just validate our inputs. Validate our inputs means we just checking the value is correct or it's a readable format, it is blank or not. First thing is blank, and there is one more thing, means it check the email type or not, is check it is integer. If we need only integer in any text box, we can check it is integer or not. All the validation we will discuss in our future session also. Today we just discussing about the blank value, nothing else. Okay, Raki? Now let's
Oh,
see in the code how we just checked. So first we have to check our input is blank or not. What we are doing, we are whenever we are clicked on the login button, just get the value name, username and the password. This is, we just declare a simple a variable with blank value. I will tell you why we just declare that. Okay, what we are checking, we are checking if username equals to blank or not. If it is blank, then just echo please enter username. Else if password is blank or not, if it is blank, just echo please enter the password. Otherwise means if this condition is not true and the second condition is not true, then third, what will be the third condition or third or any condition except of these two condition, means we have the value in the username and the password. This is the other condition except from these two. Is that so or not, Raki?
mm-hmm.
Means we have the value in username and we have the value password, then only else part will be execute. Otherwise first part or the second part will be execute. Means if we don't have the value in the username, then first if will execute, otherwise second if execute, means we don't have the value in the password text box. Otherwise what we are doing, we are just assigning a string into our variable, nothing else in this variable. Why we assign, let's see. Now we have, if if user didn't enter anything into first text box, then we will show echoing means we are just displaying a message, please enter username. Otherwise if we don't have the value in the second text box, please enter the password. Otherwise we are not echoing in the third condition. We are just assigning a string validate into a variable. Now it means whenever a button is clicked, this code will execute first. Why? Because this is the before of this code. Okay. So this code will execute first or not, Raki?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let assume we have user doesn't enter the username. Okay. The username and
Mm-hmm.
the password, this if condition, first condition will execute it. If the
Mm-hmm.
first condition will execute, then it will not check the else, it will not go to else part or not. If first
Mm-hmm.
condition is executed, then this condition will not be executed. Then what is the value of $a? What will be the value of $a? A blank value or not?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, after executing the first code, let's see what we have done in this.
Right.
It said $request and operator. And operator means both of these conditions should be true. Should be true. What we have checked in our right hand side, a equals to validate. When the a equals to validate, Raki, when the value of our a is equals to validate, whenever user enter both text boxes, enter something into both text boxes, then only else part will execute. Else part execute. What we are doing in else part, we are just assigning validate into our variable, a user defined variable, nothing else. Okay, so we are just setting a condition into this. If is set means our button is clicked, okay, and a equals to validate, then only, just then only, just execute our main code. This is our main code or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is called validation. Means we are validating our input values, nothing else. Our input
But it,
text is
but, but it is not a, but it is not a separate command. Validate.
separate command. No, no, it is not any a separate function.
No, no. That's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah, there is no. Yeah, this is not any a separate function or separate command.
Mm.
This is a one topic, you can say.
Yes, that is what I want to make sure.
Yeah, so
I
this.
thought this is a command.
No, 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 no. This is not any predefined or inbuilt function. This is a topic. It
Oh, okay.
means
Oh, okay. Okay.
okay. Now, one
Mm-hmm.
more thing in validation. One more, just one more thing. Validation has two types. There is two type of validation. First one is
Mm-hmm.
server side, and second one is client side. What we
Mm.
discussed today, it is the server side. Okay,
Server side, yes.
server
Mm.
side, and second one is the client side. For client side,
Mm-hmm.
we will see the JavaScript validation and the jQuery validation. These are the two
Yeah,
languages.
that is one you please discuss me very clearly because that one is not clear.
Okay, so in
We
our
did that before, I guess, but
yeah, yeah, it is not clear. You just ask me to just revise. That's why I'm just revising the JavaScript validation again. Okay.
mm,
Okay, so just stop today's session because you are getting late,
yes,
and I'll
yes.
just call you at exact time tomorrow session. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
at 7
Okay,
o'clock. Okay, now,
okay.
and sorry for our this connectivity.
Yeah, that is actually an internet problem.
Yeah, just I will take care about this. I will
Right
just
now, right now it is working very perfect.
yeah, it is working perfectly, but I don't know in the starting of our session what just happened. Okay, I'll just complain to my senior regarding that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Okay,
okay, Raki.
okay.
Bye
Thank
bye,
you.
Raki.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.